Hello, boys and girls. It is Fido Day 29, Friday, May 1st. Here is our quote for today. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. And the reason that I picked this quote for today is because I've been really feeling like for the last 28 Fido days, you out there have been so determined to learn. You've been watching these videos, you've been doing the examples along with me, you've been looking over your gold notes, you've been asking questions through email when you were unsure of something, you've been fixing your errors whenever you got a lot of them wrong because you were making a mistake. And it must feel really, really good to you to know that no one can stop you now. No one at all. You are learning. You are doing a great job, and I am very proud of you. I am very proud of you, boys and girls. So you are willing to learn. You are determined to learn, and no one's going to stop you. And that's awesome. Taking a look at today's work, we have for us today the review in our books. So if you don't have your book, go ahead and pause the video and get your book. And the first page that we're going to look at in our books today, boys and girls, is 783. And this is what it should look like in your book. 783. And we've got a crossword with some vocabulary words there. We've got dividend, quotient, divisor, mixed number, fraction, scaling, inverse operations, and unit fraction. We're going to do the across clues first. So let's take a look at number 1. The result of a division problem. What do you get whenever you divide? What do we call the answer? Are you thinking the word quotient? I was thinking the word quotient. Quotient is, I think, 8 letters. And if you look down here, number 1 across has 8 boxes. So quotient fits right into number 1 across perfectly. Let's cross off quotient. Let's cross off number 1. Number 2, the number that divides the dividend. Well, all division problems have a dividend and they have a divisor. Which number divides the dividend? It is your divisor. Divisor is 7 letters, and if you count the boxes in number 2 across, it is 7 letters long. So divisor will fit in there. Cross off number 2, cross off divisor. Number 3, a number that is being divided. Well, in the problem, again, we've got our dividend and our divisor. Which number is being divided? It's the dividend. Dividend is 8 letters long, and if you look at number 3, dividend fits right into the 8 white boxes. Number 4, I'm going to cross these off. The process of resizing a number when you multiply by a fraction that is greater than 1 or less than 1. We've been working on this the other 4 days this week. On Monday and Tuesday, we worked on multiplying by fractions that are greater than 1. And we saw that, I'm wrong. Last week on Monday and Tuesday, we worked on multiplying by fractions that are greater than 1. And we saw that our answer, our number, remember factor A, gets bigger if we multiply by a number or a fraction that's greater than 1. Then last week on Wednesday and Thursday, we worked on multiplying by numbers that are less than 1. And if we multiply a number, factor A, by a fraction less than 1, our factor A actually gets smaller. So what do we call that when we're trying to make factor A bigger by multiplying by something over 1 or smaller by multiplying by amount less than 1? It is 7 letters because there's 7 boxes for number 4. And we call that scaling, if you remember. We either scale the number up by multiplying by an amount greater than 1, or we scale the number down by multiplying by a fraction that is less than 1. Go ahead and cross off number 4, cross off scaling. Number 5, operations that undo each other. This is really long. Look how many letters. We've really only got 3 really long terms left. Mixed number, inverse operation, unit fractions. We're looking for a type of operation that will undo another operation. We call that inverse operations. And if you fit it in there, if you spell it right, which you should because it's right up at the top, you're going to see that it fits right into that big long line of white blocks. All right, now we are number 6 down. It begins with a U. It's really long. The only 2 that are left that are really long are mixed number and unit fractions. Unit fractions begins with a U. But you know I'm going to tell you, let's look at the clue to make sure we feel like it's a unit fraction. A fraction with a numerator of 1. That's a unit fraction. So come over here to number 6 down. A unit fraction will fit, and it fits the clue. It's a fraction that's greater than 1. Cross off number 6, cross off unit fraction. Number 7, look, second letter has to be an I. We've only got mixed number and fraction left over. Mixed number, second letter is an I. Let's check the clue. A number that has a whole number part and a fraction part. Is a mixed number a number? Yes. Does it have a whole number? Yes. Does it have a fraction part? Yes, it does. And it fits into 7 down. And number 8, we'll know we did this right if we think this is a good definition of fraction. A number that represents part of a whole or part of a set. Part of a whole written as a number, we always call that a fraction. You've known that definition since 3rd grade because my son Ryan learned that this year. So there it is, boys and girls. Page 783. In part 2, Fido 29 part 2, we'll be doing 784.